And next we are on to the Wyrmheart mine. Not the Wyrmheart yours. The Wyrmheart mine. Mine. Okay. That's just, yeah, but there's I don't put pictures in my guides. I don't know where that came from. Understand. Reddit. What did you do, Reddit? To 4345 gems. After this run, we might be able to buy a thing. I'm lost at the moment. Taylor can't get this thing to work. Hold on. Let me this is the Tyrrell upgrade problem.
Renzo thanks his sidekick.
Okay. Ah, Valdemar, thank you for 19 months. Much appreciated. You've shown up at a weird time. Reddit hates me, and I don't know that it's just for April Fools. I don't know that it's just for April Fools. How do I... Hold on, folks. We may have a bigger problem here. We may have. I don't have any messages here. Hold on. I'm like, did I miss a message from someone? No. It's not. No, okay, never mind. This isn't. Okay, no, I think that's for something else. Okay. Okay, so that's not the problem. What the hell is going on? I can't figure out what's going on here with Reddit. Reddit is not a mod. Reddit is not a mod. Oh, stretch. Man, I have no I have no extra root beer to handle this crisis. I know it's my avatar, but I didn't put it to. I don't understand why there's a giant me at the bottom of the post now. You should probably come up with some better content to entertain people with in about 5 minutes when everybody comes in from the in-game pop-up to find me going, Reddit, what are you doing? Why? What? What? Here's my problem. I can't find out. I can't find in this new format where to edit my posts. It's like it just won't let me. It won't let me edit this post. And that scares the hell out of me. I mean, that would basically end. If I couldn't edit a post after I made it, that would end the whole. That would end me making guides on Reddit. That would be it. Which would basically end me using Reddit. You dots under the title. Add change post flare. Save. Hide. Delete. Add a spoiler tag. Add an NSFW tag. Mark as a brand affiliate or turn off reply notifications. No edit. No edit. And find maybe something recent. I guess the more recent it is, maybe it'll let me edit it. Where's my? Oh, there it is. Hey, Sunia, let's talk about Drit. It'll let me edit something that's 2 days old. Oh God. Did they add a? Are they not allowing editing of old posts now? No, I would be done. I would be done. Yeah. Can I edit the terminology one? That's my nope. Reddit, what the fuck? What the hell? I think I may have found a workaround, but this is not okay. Yes. Okay, apparently you have to put new. You have to put new.reddit.com at the front, and then it'll go to the version we're used to, and then I can edit it. It's a big problem if they're going to just block editing. Because eventually they won't let you do an older version. Eventually they'll just cut that right out. But even then, this is not great. Garwar is hosting his own mental breakdown live on his channel. Hi, everybody. Welcome. If you're just joining us, Reddit decided that right now, today, would be a good time to roll out changes to the website. I guess they've been doing it for maybe a week to different users, but maybe around the time of, I don't know, April Fool's Day, maybe that isn't the best idea. And maybe, I don't know, just maybe, you don't take away editing capabilities from people's posts. Maybe you don't do that. Maybe you don't do that. Welcome to Wyrmheart's guides, yeah. You haven't seen any yet? Well, good for you. I posted some images in the chat. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Not good, Reddit. Not good. Let me catch up in chat. We're working on the Wyrmheart mine, not yours, mine, today. Well, this is the next adventure we're on as we work through the Tomb of Annihilation. I don't know what's going on. All I know is I just clicked to load a guide in, and suddenly I was in a version of Reddit that I did not want to be in, and that had never happened before. So I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. But I don't like it. Let me get back to it. I was working on updating my Blacksmithing Contracts 101 guide because people had asked for a table under a list of mop abilities. A table, not just a list of the champions, but a table that includes the champion and the item slot for the item that mops. I'm working on that list, folks. Slowly but surely. That's what I'm trying to do in the background, and then all kinds of hell broke loose. Man, that means I'm going to have to go in and I'm going to have to like manually change, because it changes the formatting too. They did a full UI change. Yeah, I can't think about this today. Working on the list. Can you dance and sing a song? No. No. Starion. He's so lucky. He's a Starion. Ceramorphosis is the one, right? Yeah, it's just Ceramorphosis, I believe. All right. All right. This is weird. This is so weird. It's four. Like, doesn't Reddit know Wednesday's the day you're supposed to mess with me? Not Mondays. Mondays are bad enough because it's Monday. Mess with me on a Monday. Not great. Hmm. I don't know. All right, Scott's pool. All right. Okay. Had you got your code? I guess. I don't. I found a post Nighthawk about from a few days from last week. It was doing this for other people, so uh, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know that this. So if this is an April Fool's joke, I think we've talked about how there's good April Fool's jokes and there's bad April Fool's jokes. This would go under the bad April Fool's joke, if indeed it were an April Fool's joke, which I really don't think it is. But I would be very happy to be wrong. Very, very, very happy. Four. Okay. All right. I think we're done with the list that I had. Now, okay, so now would be the time. This has been a while back, but now would be the time if there's someone you think mops needs to be added to this list. Now is the time. Uh, let me know in chat. I think Strider, you had one, right? Now I can look. Now I have the bandwidth to look at it mentally. And Arth, how long would you wait at a wall to see if you can grind past when doing free plays for favor? 5 to 15 minutes. Not long. Not long. Because if you got to wait longer than that, even if you could get past it, you're only going like one more level, right? Because of the way things scale. So, yeah. It depends. Like there's reasons. Like there's ways. You know, if you're close to like a big deal upgrade, maybe longer, but not really, not often. Not often. I know everybody else's was like shorter than that. Oh, okay. Everybody else is more draconian than I am, I guess. But yeah. Champion is giving me all my gold find. Well, not any one champion. There's a bunch of them, and there's also just my favor is at E25. So, but specifically Jarlaxle. This is a gold. I call this my dirty farm. This is a gold. This isn't a regular pushing formation. This is like a gold formation. Jarlaxle is the base multiplier here. And then for every drow and rogue, he gets more. So we've got Regis who's a rogue. But also Regis has Bounty of the Hall, which is a little bit of gold find. And then Hitch is a rogue, and Jarlaxle. Dritz is a drow, so they're both boosting Jarlaxle's gold find. Eliwick has gold find. Archon has a gold find item, which is ridiculous. It should be a health item. And then occasionally there's some pilfer stacks coming in off of Crawl, but not really that much. Not really that much. This is more for later pushing, but it's also my starting formation because I don't really have a speed formation yet. I missed what we're testing. We're not testing anything. This is my new player account. It's day 24. Day 24. So I'm playing through a new player run, which is why I have no decent speed potions to help speed this up because new player account and we're just playing. And we're just playing. I'm Jarlaxle. I'm nowhere near his Skyfire again. I have E25 favor in Kellamvor. Favor is also your gold find multiplier and adventures in that campaign. So the E25, I only got EO4% beyond this E25. Okay. So you got to understand where all of your gold find is coming from. It's not just from your champions. Not just from your champions. Still wait for difficulty being green before I do new adventures? Yes. Yeah. I'm playing through this account kind of with the knowledge of an experienced player, but also trying, like what's the best way to get to play through, and it's things like that, right? You can find all of my adventures on this new run on my YouTube channel. Now I've been clipping each one, naming them by adventure. Whereas here, the VODs right now are here on YouTube as days, but I upload it over there as adventures so people can find them if they're looking for a little help, adventure to adventure. Really pissing off the YouTube algorithm really is what I'm doing. That's really what I'm doing. Again, Archon doesn't have gold. He hasn't gold item. So how much gold you're getting depends. I happened to get an epic here, so it was like, well, I got nobody else I can really throw in for gold find, so I may as well throw him in. Basically, I'm using gold find at the start of my run instead of speed champions because I don't have any speed champions. And gold find means I can level up my click damage more, and I'll be able to click past area 200. So if only I had speed potions, speed champions too, but we're just not that far into this account. So I was like, why is he going so slow? Yeah, I don't have any speed. I don't have a core. We don't have any Modron cores yet. I don't have 2 champions in every slot. I only play this on stream, so it's not like I'm like power leveling this or something. Important difference. Drown rogues help Jarlaxle. Drowning rogues help Umberly. Yes, that is true. Didn't think your favor was so high being a new account. I mean, I've kind of got a combo. I've got the Briv Krull combo plate. Um, I don't know if I've talked about this a lot, and I think people ignore me. I think sometimes Krull is a huge snowball for favor in the early game. Huge, enormous. Um, and if you've ever heard me and been like, oh yeah, whatever, Garwar. E25 favor in Kellamvor, and I haven't even we've only done a few favor runs. I haven't even gotten through. I haven't done variants. I mean, I have enough favor to finish this whole campaign without doing another run. And we just kind of got there because Krull and Briv. Um, it's ridiculous. We went from what was it like EO8 to or yeah, something like EO8 to E15 in one run, and then E15 to E20 in another, and then up to E25 in another. It's ridiculous. Briv Krull is a ridiculous combo. Now, obviously, there were more champions than just Briv and Krull in the formation, but they're pretty they're pretty beefy. They give each other exactly what they want. Krull wants a super beefy survivable tank, and Briv just wants gold to upgrade, and so they just feed each other. They just feed each other. You're saying is you want CNE to nerf Krull. Gotcha. I mean, they're not gonna. I mean, because the thing is like Krull's gonna do Krull things, but only if you know how to make Krull do Krull things. I feel like there's a knowledge gap from a lot of people, and a lot of people feel like, well, it doesn't get bad unless, I mean, if you can't kill something, it doesn't matter. It's like, well, but if you can, like, the loot pinata goes multiplicatively stacking, and Krull becomes the number one gold find champion in the game by like everyone else is in this chart down here like this that you can see numbers and lines, like if you did a line graph, and then Krull's just like up like off the screen. Someone did that once. They created a line graph version, and then they're just like arrow up, Krull keeps going up, and it's like, no, you should have shrunk that whole thing down to show everyone how far Krull kept going up, because people just underestimate it. Who did guard time get over the weekend? Miss Eliwick, Tumblestrum. In slot 10, because I needed I didn't need, everybody was going to be like a third, so I chose 10 because I thought what was coming up in the upcoming event seemed to fit better in other places. So I'm saying on the second last adventure, but before unlocking Azaki, we'll go favor the man. Need Krull. Krull's a big deal. I mean, if you want that kind of favor, Krull is, like I said, Krull's a early game explosive champion. Well, I mean, he is anytime. Anytime you're starting off and you're working on favor gains, Krull is huge for favor gains. He's a key in major high level Azaka farming, but he's just big in his own right. He's his own big deal. Everybody goes, oh, you want Shandy first because you complete stuff faster. And I'm like, oh, I get it. And I'm fine with that. You want to take Shandy in slot 6 as a swap first. Just because you want to race through things? Sure. But if you want to absolutely destroy variants and get all your blessings and everything, then you go Krull first. And you deal with the fact that you're slowly crawling as your way through adventures like this. I'm not going very fast, but I'm walking slowly and carrying a big favor stick. Oh yeah, do your time gate if you didn't. If you started it and there's some time left to do it. On Trials of Tiamat, what's the best way to collect all the skins? You just have to every time you go into a trial, do a different one that you don't have a skin for. If you're just pugging it, like if you're going to random groups, you just gotta hope there's an open slot for one of the skins. But you just have to every time. I think there's two skins for each one, so you got to do 10 total trials. There's no way to like go faster unless you're in a pre-made and you're all alternating. But man, should wait to do variants until we complete all the adventures in the campaign, except required ones like for Dritz. Well, so, sort of. I mean, like so. Sword Coast is weird. I really feel like you do the storyline adventures and then it forces you to do variants along the way to move forward, and I don't like that about it. But fortunately, it's kind of the only one that does that for progressing the main storyline. Um, and then you get Dritz, right? And then you leave. Basically, you get Dritz and you get that +1 gem bonus, the tier 2 global, and then you leave Sword Coast and you go to Tomb of Annihilation. Now, once you're in all these other campaigns, yeah, do the base storyline first, because basically until you get to some of the later campaigns, but in the early to mid game, all of the evergreen champion unlocks require you to have a certain number of adventures and variants completed. So you may as well just rock through the main storyline and use certain of those storyline adventures to do deep pushes in, and so that you end up like I am here with a bunch of favor. Don't really have to worry. And then when you go back and you start moving through the adventures, you'll have so much favor you'll blast right through them, right?
Sidekick.
Committed Gaming, thank you for 8 months with Prime. Maybe only probably me with the sound. Um, Only me problem with it. So my mic has been having a crackling issue lately, if that's what you heard. I don't know if that's the sound issue you're having. I ordered I ordered a new mic on Friday when everybody told me your mic's crackling, because I've checked all my connections and they're fine. So what happened is, like, last week I went to swing. This is on a swing, and I went to swing it around, and the whole thing fell on the ground, and the mic hit first, and I think I broke something. So I have no control over it at the moment. I'm just hoping that they deliver my new mic. Since I ordered on Friday of a holiday weekend, I don't know when it's going to be back. I don't know when it's going to get here. But if it's not the crackling and it's some other problem, then I don't know. So yeah, I mean, you kind of want to wait to do variants until you complete adventures, but there are some campaigns where you can do variants first. I just think the big thing is making sure you have lots of favor so that you can just smoke the variants, just race right through them, figuratively speaking. Big Carl, my brew farm is a Thalora that skips 64 levels. Cool. However, sometimes I only get a 63 level skip, which puts me to boss. Oh, what's happening is there's this weird interaction with Briv. So what you need is one more order in that campaign, and then it'll end you on what we call the ones and twos. Because what's happening is you're landing on the fives and sixes, and you need to be landing on the ones and twos. So you need one more order of magnitude of favor. I think there's another thing. I think maybe switching this to this might lock it in, but I just get another order of magnitude and then I land on the ones and twos. Was there another crackle? I can't. I can't. I don't understand. Why has it got to be this way? I don't remember. Nobody answered me for other mops we needed to investigate. And that's gone from my chat now, so. Right as I said magnitude of favor the first time, yeah, it figures. That figures. All right, folks, anyone else that you think might be a mathematically overpowered champion based off our definition? Let me know in chat. Last chance, otherwise I'm going to update this guide with the table. Reddit and the Crackle mic. They started off good, too. They started off good, too. Let me see if there's an update yet on my shipping. Nope. Maybe they just haven't emailed me? View my order. Do you have a tracking number for me yet? Nope. This is what I get from ordering directly from the company instead of just like trying to be a good consumer. Buy direct. Would ordered it somewhere else. Could have been here by now. Regardless of the holiday. Jamila is a mop. No. I'm sorry. Jam Jam's great, but just not in Idol Champions. Release the Cracklin. Oh no. To have Mopless posted. Technically, yeah, technically it's in the blacksmithing contracts. Although we just removed some people from that list because I reviewed and they in fact did not mop. Thought I was gonna sneeze. All right. Welcome to Gara Warbles, guys. Oh no. Oh no. Now I gotta figure out how. Reddit, let me edit you. Reddit, let me edit, please. If you want to now refresh, if you have that guide open, if you refresh, you should go to now a tabled version. And it's accurate and it has the bench seats as well. I can't. Oh my god. Can't look at this new version of this weird version of Reddit. I can't do it. Can't do it. Oh, not break. Okay. Table definitely helps. Good.
just realized this sounds like a jelly bean problem. Alright. Alright. Jelly beans will make it better, right? Okay. For a second there, I was like, did I turn my Brick Gem Farm back on? I turned it off while I checked on some of those. Yep, up to 693,000 gems. Still cruising along. Saving my potion and polish for Human when I get him. Is that a good idea? I mean, I'm doing the same thing, so sure. That's literally what that one's for. You know, I think you're fine. Yeah. And I'm saving froggies for like some Carlock epics or crawl epics. I'm not getting any crawling Carlock epics though, so just gotta wait. Just gotta wait. Man, we're so close to. After we finish, absolutely this. After we finish Wyrmheart, we'll be able to buy Gelatinous Cube. It's been for the first time in a while. It's the first time since we got Jeremy that we've stopped and saved up for. Stopped buying chests and saved up for a familiar. I didn't even really stop for Jeremy. We just kind of got there. It's kind of how you want it to have happen, right? Yeah, so this amount of favor, E25, let me pick up everything except some, some extra stuff here. Don't really care. I think we can smoke this whole campaign without it. I don't have a lot here. We were actually at EO9, and then I went back and did some patron variants. Like, I did 2 patron variants because I unlocked Mert, and we went up without even trying. I mean, we'll get so much favor. Like, we did 1 favor run in Sword Coast. We could pick up more gold off distractions. We could pick up some event tokens. And this might be interesting. So at some point, we may take the time to go back there. We did 2 variants for Mert. We did the Dritz unlock, and then we did persistent buzzing, and that was it, because that gave us that's all we needed for the influence to buy our time gate piece every week, and it left us with enough coins that I bought one a few days ago, and then I bought another one today, and I still got enough left to buy another one next week. Fantastic. I'm not doing any other patron stuff until I need more currency. Until I need more currency. Was the Reddit mystery resolved? Just that it's garbage. I've just ignored it. I've ignored it. Is there like a... Is there a place like... Hold on. Where does Reddit post their change logs? No, no idea. Oh, Arch Liz. Wait, is this? Nope. 503. Okay, that's not it. Nope. Now it says Reddit's unavailable. Okay, nope, nope. Now these are fine. Okay. Just those two places were not online. Interesting. Nope. I can't get to r/Reddit. It's unavailable. I think that means everyone's trying to get there to complain. That's what that tells me. I could be wrong. I may be wrong, but I may be right. So I don't know what's going on with Reddit. What's going on with Reddit right now? Yeah, it's operational, but that's not what I'm asking. Somebody posted, new Reddit redesign is back and still awful. So I guess that's what I had. I guess that's what it is. Because it's not just me. Lots of people saying use new.reddit.com in front of everything and it'll be fine. Raflin, what's the best way to get some Briv stacks when you use them all up in a run, but want to finish that run well before you wall? There isn't. That's not how Briv stacks work. Yeah, that's not how Briv works. There are some weird workarounds people use, and look, if people don't understand they're exploiting the system, that's on you. I'm not going to talk about them, but no, that's just not how Reddit. That's not how Briv works. It's literally you have to take him somewhere where he gets hit. If you don't, he doesn't build stacks. That's just Briv. That's the age old challenge with Briv is, and like I said, there's some things people do, but it doesn't mean you're supposed to. Like C&E was nice and made it so you could do you could get some stuff, and then people were like, no, and I don't know, that's super vague, but that's all you're getting out of me. You'd think that people would have learned from the past, old and new Coke, but well, different thing. But I mean, I get what you're saying. I lived through new Coke, but like websites, usually a website doesn't redesign unless there's a specific goal in mind that they're trying to solve, like a problem that they're trying to solve, like they're trying to improve something. And you want to constantly be improving your website, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you're keeping the functionality. And if you have to take functionality away, you better be real clear about why, like that it's a whole big problem, right? I mean, but I don't, there doesn't seem to be clarity here. Change for the sake of change is pointless. And if you don't explain why you're changing things, then you're pointless. No, that's not what I meant. But, it's not great. It's not great. I don't know anything about the Reddit leadership. So I do know, I know someone that was hired on for, I think, on the security side of things, and they're legit. But I don't know anything else about Reddit people. It's like Twitch moving the Prime sub button. Like I said, sometimes people do stuff, and sometimes they're trying to solve what they see as a problem, and it was like nerfing it. Look, if Idle Champions came along and CNE came along and nerfed Artemis, they'd be doing it to fix a problem, right? But if they don't explain why they do it, people are just going to be pissed, right? It's that kind of situation, but with websites and stuff, right? I mean, when you make changes that nerf things, you better be explaining it. Because there's a tipping point in communities, it's usually in individual users, where the hassle isn't worth it anymore. Where you've done too much damage. And it doesn't have to be big things. It can be tiny. It can be, death by 1,000 cuts, right? And so if you're not, if you're going to be cutting, you also have to be healing along the way, right? You have to be doing good to cover up, to make up for the, the bad. And, sometimes that's just not how things go, right? Sometimes it's just cut after cut after cut. Metaphorically speaking. Have an updated guide for gold favor farming. I don't know, do I? I don't think I've ever made a guide for that. So no. I have it. There's videos, but oh, you know what? Hold on. You know what? We did talk about this recently on a tutorial show. But give me a second to find said tutorial show. Playlists. Where's the playlist with my face on it? This is the wrong channel. Tells me that they have like 2 different channels. Okay. There. Oh. I got featured? Okay. That's going to get me a lot of hate, I'm sure. Thanks. Hold on. Hold on, I'm getting there. Here it is. Here it is. Reddit, YouTube, how you let me share. Share. Copy. Okay. There's some general. I mean, I kept it fairly general because it was Garwar's Guide to Gold Farming, and as we talked about a lot of different things. I didn't specifically do like Azaka farming, like go deep into it, because it's not really a huge thing. I'm trying to up the favor in fortunes. Oh yeah, turn of fortune's wheel. That's always rough. Crawl gym. Gym isn't really you don't gym anymore for Azaka farming. You haven't for a very, very, very long time, so that may be part of the problem. If you're going to Azaka farm now, you use kind of what I think is the best champion to use to single out a mob is Vi. Turn something into a crystal sphere, then get Vi out of the formation, so there's just one crystal sphere, and go from there, right? But Krull is still very much a big thing, but there are a lot of really solid gold find champions now. And what a lot of people do is this. This is I've saved this as dirty farm. This is a dirty gold farm. So basically, you build out a formation that is just a gold find formation. It has the most gold find you can create. You don't worry about how far it pushes to. It's kind of like a mini Azaka, but without Azaka. How much gold find can you create? And then you save that formation. And then when you push deep, and you're using like a fire breath potion near your wall or at your wall, right around there, which as you're trying to progress your wall, you activate that fire breath potion. And then when you get a good spike that the clicking is clearing the screen completely, you just tap over into that gold find formation and let the game progress until it slows down and just soak up tons of gold off all of those kills. It's kind of a grab and go format of gold farming, and then you just switch back to your pushing formation as the enemies start not dying, and then you go through and you efficiently upgrade your champion. So you're aiming to get upgrades that go to actual power pushing stuff. And if you're at soft cap, I mean, you're kind of just kind of got to ride it as far as you can. But if you're still working towards upgrading champions, you can just move that gem farm along. And that's what we did with the Briv Crawl combo, and how we were able to push so far and get to like E25 on an early game account. It's just kind of that dirty farming. Yeah. Because you're not necessarily stopping Andazaka farming. So in Turn of Fortune's Wheel, that's big because you can't just, there is no gold find curve. It's just basically this very minimal incline that basically does nothing for you as you go along. So you have to dirty gold farm along the way, and that bud spike with a pushing formation lets you then upgrade your pushing champions and ultimately get them to soft cap, and then you're just getting more gold off the dirty farming, and then maybe at some point at the end you try to Azaka farm, but it's not going to be as big of a deal because of the dirty gold farming. Yeah, I pushed like my favorite in Turn of Fortune's Wheel on my main account. It's in the E40s, but I think I only got into like the E20s, high E20s from pushing, and I pushed with a gold find group, and then I did kind of a dirty gold farm, and then I've just been converting into it over and over and over again. So Mean Cab, in the old events, I'd keep all my silver and gold chests and wait to open them until I had a really deep push to generate a whole bunch of event favor with the little gold boost. Well, that's just silver chests and electrums. But the gold chests are more for after you get the new champions and you want the feats out of them, but they don't drop any gold. But then you were getting bounty contracts on the same. Yeah, so silver into bounty contracts is usually what I do. If I'm remembering to do that on like on this account, which I don't always remember, but it's a good habit to create. Doesn't help as much on your main accounts when you can soft cap easily. Is it worth doing any more with, I'm guessing, with the new events? I mean, yeah, nothing's changed about that whole system, really. I still think saving your bounty contracts, you can open them now, and they will end up here as tokens in your inventory. The only time I would use these, though, is if I had a Vin Ursa and I needed to power her up, right? Otherwise, I'm just going to hold them because they also drop gold. So again, using them on the first deep run in your event is still, like give me that gold, right? When you click on the link to the terminology guide in the resources channel, I don't know. Hold on. It opens that new version. And it won't let me edit it. I have to switch over to a new.reddit.com link to be able to edit it. Really problematic. Well, I think Reddit was throwing 503s in a lot of places in general. It was for me when I was trying to find information on this weird change. Can't go over 320. When I go offline, I get to 370. Why is that? There's some bugs. There's some bugs with offline progress in this game that take you further than you should go. I've gone offline for like on like with a speed run account before, like just speed champions that should not be able to push very far. And then suddenly I shut it off for the night and it's just and I forget to have it cycle and I come back and it's sitting on 2001, which is the last level in the game, and it has nowhere near that power. There's some weird thing that breaks about the game when it's offline sometimes. Sometimes, not always. Oh my. Oh my. I saw it in chat. I went to go look. Monday, April 8th. Steam exclusive DLC giveaway. Absolute Champions of Renown pack. Coming in hot, folks. I didn't know about this. Wait, did I know about this? Hold on. If I did know about this, I just straight up fooled myself and forgot. Let me go look. Did I know about this? Nope. If I did, it wasn't on my schedule. Unlocks for the following members of the Absolute Adversaries affiliation. Gale. I mean, it's the event anyway. Lae'zel. Cool. Karlach. Just got her. And Shadowheart and Will. So it's all Absolute Adversaries. So on this account, I'll get Lae'zel, Shadowheart, and Will. Nice. Oh, no, I won't. Because this is on Epic. I'm playing this game on Epic. Oh, son of a... Okay, never mind. Anyway, Steam users. Exclusive familiar, Albert Cub. Cool. Okay. That makes sense. Exclusive skin, Robe of the Weave, Gale. And then it's 16 gold chests for each of them with one guaranteed shiny in each. It's a gem hunter and a gold hunter potion. Where do I find that on Steam? I click on Idle Champions, and it says Perks Event, Steam exclusive DLC giveaway. A little down on the page. Hold on, I'll show you. Take a picture. And anytime now. Take the picture. Take the picture. Come on. Come on. Why are you stuck? Wow. It doesn't want to finish the picture. It's trying to upload it to Imgur and it's stuck on at night. There it went. And I don't think it did it. Hold on. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can force it to. Where'd my history go? There it is. That's not. No, that isn't what I took a picture of. Wow. It just didn't record it at all. Okay, that's cool. Thanks. Hate it. Bye. Nothing's working for me today. My internet's great. I ran a new there it goes. I ran a new Cat 6 cable uh over the weekend. Here you go, Microsh. There's a link that shows what it looks like. I ran that new Cat 6 cable I bought a while back. Remember, I was like, oh, I'm going to buy a new cable because they've been rolling over that other one while they were doing the renovations on the house. And yeah, I bought it. Now I'm getting my upload is now a consistent like 40 gigabytes. Like, what? Uh, it was not there before, folks. It was like single digits. I had like a single digit upload. Now I'm at like a 40. So modern cat cables, folks. Modern cat cables are fine. They're nice. I think is what. Wait, did I get a cat 6? I don't even remember what cat cable I bought. I don't know. It was one of the more high end, faster ones to support like fiber hookups and stuff. Not trying it on the CNE launcher. No, I don't play on the. My test account is on the CNE launcher. I don't. I know how they work. They're not doing giveaways there. It's probably 6 months, and then that familiar and the robe of the weave Gale skin would show up in the gem shop. Everyone who logs in on Steam gets all that. Yes, I mean they do this back and forth. Sometimes it's Steam, sometimes it's Epic. So it's just this time it's Steam. Does Gale have two hands? I think in this version it is a Gale with two hands. Yeah. No way to link Epic and Steam together? No. Those platforms don't want that to happen. So, no. It would require a completely different contract from Codename Entertainment to each of those platforms, and most likely not one that's in CNE's favor. So, no. Epic will get one eventually. They kind of just bounce back and forth. I have enough gems for nerds. Should I buy them? So Kyria, I personally no. I don't think so. But here's the thing: if you are going all in on Willy Wonka, like you want to do that Will and Nerds combo thing because you just think it's fun, then you're gonna need Nerds, right? Or if you're going all in on the Artemis train, Nerds is kind of is an Artemis tank that people think is great. But just for general usage in the game, no, not really. No love for the Dark Urge. That's not who they wanted to give away, I guess. Man, clearly. They're giving away 5. They can't give away everyone, so. To unlock the first patron, I must focus on silver chests, not gold. Not necessarily. So when you're spending gems on chat, ad break. All right, we're gonna come back to that after the ad break because I want them to hear the question or hear the answer. They know the question. Why would I need them to hear the question? Mondays, folks. You know what? I'm gonna take this ad break to go refill my water. Maybe you should do the same. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with more water. Okay, so the question that we had before the ad break. To unlock the first patron, Mert, I must focus on silver chests, not gold. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. So I did unlock Mert recently. We have Mert now. Yeah. Uh, what you buy with your gems depends on your gear progress, your gear progression. So on your core, your gear on your core and evergreens. So the starting 12 champions plus people like Hitch and Dritz. Um, if like with Eliwick here, if you are in greens and blues, green or better, then you want to be spending your gems on gold chests. But if you have either empty slots or whites, you want to be buying silver chests until you don't have any empty slots and any whites left. You want green or better gear. You're buying silvers. But once you get green or better, you need to be buying golds. Is that going to slow down your Mert progress a little bit? Yeah, barely. Like it didn't feel bad at all to me. Uh, I mean, it was the item level was the thing we were waiting on, but I don't know. It didn't feel like it was a problem. It still felt like we unlocked him fairly quickly. But you're going to need the power from the gear that's coming out of those gold chests to get those Mert variants done. So just dumping into silvers just to try to get item levels is not efficient for you. I also unlocked Briv and I dumped every blacksmithing contract I had on him. So having a good target like a Briv or a Human to dump blacksmithing contracts on, that's another way to get to Mert. Catching up in chat, folks. Give me a second. Moreland was. I now have purples on all my non-event champions. So full epic on your Corn Evergreens. Congrats. Still worthwhile to spend gems to get gold chests. I think so because you're still hunting all the feats, right? So there's a lot of gold chest feats in the game that are denoted by these available in gold chests. Available in gold chests. That's the only way to get these. So trying to, as we talk about, increase toxicity. This is the big one. But trying to get all these gold chest feats is still a long-term goal. Plus, you're also only going to get bounty contracts, which are what help you gear up those event champions out of gold chests. So I again, when I was trying to, on my first playthrough on my way to full epic on my main account, I didn't do that thing where I just swapped to like silvers for item levels and shinies. I just stayed in gold chests because I wanted gold chest feeds, and I also wanted bounty contracts because you get so many. Like I'm on I got 27 silver chests, but like on my main account, you loot so many regular silver chests as you're playing. I'm sitting at since the last event, I have over 5,000 silver chests that I've looted and 180 golds, right? So I spend my gems on gold chests because you're getting tons of silvers for free anyway. And that and the combo of both of those are going to get you it's going to get you shinies so that you can fully guild all your core and evergreens just naturally. But I was fully gilded in with that method of buying gold chests with gems still before I had all the feats, and I was almost done with the feats. So I like to progress lots of things at once, and some of these other methods of switching back to silvers and things, they're focusing very short-sightedly on one target when you could be looking and progressing towards multiple targets at the same time. Hey, Noobles. All right, Meister Wilbur. I don't know. I'll get to it. I hit allow, but bad mouth the nerds and they came and kicked out. No, I went to refill my water bottle. The same true for events. Better to open a silver chest for. Same true. Oh God, what were we talking about? Are you talking about like gearing a champion, or what are we talking about? If we're talking about gearing Beverham, if we're talking about gearing an event champion, it's electrums first, and then named silvers. And you keep opening electrums and named silvers until you start with the electrums. Hopefully that gets you there, but if not, any named silvers you have, which you'd have to buy packs to get now, because you want to still get to green or better gear, and then and only then open up the golds, because electrums are going to dump in automatically to any ungeared champion, any new champion. As long as all the rest of your champions have like green or better gear, then those whites and greens are going to drop on those new champions you just unlocked in an event. And that's what you want. That makes it far more efficient to get to full blue or better with just six gold chests. You can be full blue or better if you start with electrons and work towards green or better before opening the golds. We just saw a thing where we were just watching. You can get, there's a point where you can actually go and open golds, and you will get, you're guaranteed a blue, but the problem is the blue isn't guaranteed to be an upgrade. So the only time that works is if it's your first gold chest. So there's an argument that to be said where to be made where like the first thing you do is open a gold chest for that champion just to guarantee yourself that blue, and then your electrums only have to go over 5 items. But I think that's maybe if you're low on electrums. I would only do that if I didn't have lots of electrums. And I was trying to make the best of a bad situation, right? Otherwise, lots of electrums first. Honest, if I could get away with it, I'd ignore patrons entirely. That was when the game started to feel less fun to me. Oh, the core. I mean, kind of the core loop of the game, of the overarching game, is do a variant and then do it again, but with patron restrictions. That's currently 80% of the content in the game, and it's about to be. Jeez, I don't know how that math goes now after that. Hold on. It's currently about to be like 83% of the content in the game, because we're going to get another patron. Yeah. So that's kind of the game at that point, right? Now at 94.26% chance to skip 2 areas of Briv. Nice. Remember, when you get close to 3, you want to hit 3 perfectly and then stop putting items on Briv and do that 3 jump Beast Intentions thing that Lediath came up with just to make it go faster. I'm at the point where I have 4 feat slots for most of my champs, and most of them only have 2 feats. Welcome to the party. I mean, I only have 3 feat slots, but a lot of these champions are sitting at 2 feats. So you've gone past your soft cap. Congratulations. I could now, but I haven't done another deep run just to do that. With the E25, I could totally get over soft cap now, and unlock the 4th feat slot for everybody. But yeah, I don't have any feats either. So should I get the feats from the Thayan Enclave? No. Spend all my corrupted gems on a Modron chest. Not that either. Just can we have some more options, please? Here's the problem with corrupted gems currently. I mean, I don't know what area, like what progress you've made in the game. So I'm just going to give some general things here. Some general recommendations. General recommendations, sir. Marvelous support pigments are the best bang for your buck most of the time. They can only go on an epic item, though. So if you're like me, there's no point in spending. I've just kept the rest of these because I bought a bunch and then I was like, wait, I can't even use them yet. So that was pointless. If you have Dynahair, this item is what makes her mathematically overpowered when she's in her left specialization. So this would be a good golden epic to buy if you have Dynahair. Okay, everything is subjective. These feats, meh. Like, I don't know. Are you running a tadpole formation and you want Minsk in it? I mean, I guess you could, but it's not like Minsk isn't that great otherwise. Same with Dynahair. If you got Dynahair and you want to run her in your absolute adversaries formation, then you might want this. But all of these feats are going to end up available for gems. It's just going to take a while, like 3 months after this next event. So 6 months from now, 6 months from now, 5 months from now, something like that. 4.5. Yeah. It's going to be a while, but eventually they'll be available for gems. These chests, none of them are worth it early on. None of them. Not even the Modron one. Not even the Modron one. You just don't. It's Modron stuff out of Modrons is so random, and these corrupted gems are so rare. Effectively, not worth it. So the sport pigments are generally where you put them. But what you're looking for is like a really good golden epic for a champion that's their either their speed item or their mathematically overpowered ability, the mop ability, and this one is. Yeah. I mean, ultimately, you can buy whatever you want. Truly, just buy whatever you want. But just know if you're trying to be efficient, for newer players, there isn't really anything. There isn't really anything to spend those corrupted gems on. For mid game and later, depends on exactly where you're at, right? There's never enough gold chests. Each new champ means worse odds of getting the feats for anyone specific. Technically, sure. But as you are progressing in your acquisition of champions, you should be building speed farms and generating gems much faster than you were before and spending those gems on gold chests. You do that on a regular basis, you'll have all the feats. All of them. They'll happen. And then you just every time you get a new champion, you're popping lots of chests anyway. I pop 3,000 gold chests every event. I get all the feats. So yeah, it's an early on problem that it's difficult out of gold chests. But early on, your gem shouldn't be worrying about necessarily hunting feats. You should be worrying about full epicing your champions. And then you're still getting gold chests after that because what you really want, bounty contracts and all them potions. All them potions. Because God, does this suck. Not having lots of big potions. But on my main account, I got potions for days. Oh, so you took the challenges as, oh, I've got to grind challenges. You know, people do that. I get it. I ignore them. I don't care about these. I don't care about these at all. I don't care about them on my new player account. I don't really care. I do them in my background parties on my main account, but mainly because they're just back there earning gems anyway. So why not have them earn some currency too? But I don't even spend that currency, really. I have so much of it, and all I do is buy a Modron chest and a time gate piece every week. But on my new player account, literally, I'm just once a week. I'm not buying patron chests. That would be a waste right now. Once a week, I'm buying time gate pieces, and I'm trying to just make progress in the game. And there are efficient ways for me to earn more currency and influence as I progress through the campaigns, and I'm going to do that instead of trying to grind stuff. But yeah, it definitely does. They do make it feel like, oh, you've got to do all this stuff now every week, and it's like you don't. You don't. You just gotta get enough currency each week to buy the things that matter. So a good strategy is to save up Electrum chests before events. Yeah, on my main account, that's what I do because I have no need to open them between events, right? If all of my champions are full epic, then I only have to open Electrums at events. Now on this account, I opened up some today because I still had Eliwick who didn't even have green gear. She had an empty slot here and a white slot there, and so popped I popped the Electrum chest because she was going to be she was going to end up being a target for it anyway on Wednesday. But now, between now and Wednesday, I'm waiting. I will hold them. I won't have a lot, but I will hold on. I will hold them until Wednesday. And then after Wednesday, I will keep opening them as long as I have champions in white gear, white or less, right? Trying to get all those greens. It's all about figuring out what each of these resources that you're given in the game, how do you use each of them efficiently? That's part of the game, right? You don't have to participate in that part of the game. You can just open everything. But your progress notably improves when you try to attempt to play the game efficiently. But you can just play it and have fun too. Lots of people do. 900 Electrum chests. There's no need to have that. Yeah, Death Crusader. Should I just open them all? I would wait I would wait again. Since you waited this long, you may as well. I don't know. Are all your champions in blue or better gear? Because that'd get them there. If they're not in at least blue gear, open some chests until they are. But then otherwise, wait until the event because you might as well grab whatever champs are new to you. Even if only Gale's the only one, and then pop them all then. Because those Electrums have gems in them. Everybody wants gems. Gems are truly, truly outrageous. And there's the champs with no useful feats like Rosie. Rosie has self-damage feats. Is a DPS champion. That does make it a useful feat. Okay, my click damage is finally what, E67. These mobs are E68, so I can stop leveling up my click damages as far as my favor can carry me with killing with clicks. With leveling up this. So the rest of this push is just pushing with this formation, and this formation isn't a pushing formation. I want to be clear. It's not. It's garbage. But it's got enough damage, even in its garbageness, that it'll get us to 250, which is where we needed to go. The problem we're going to have now is we're going to finish this fairly soon, and it's not quite time yet to end the stream, but we're probably going to end the stream anyway. Because we can't start another thing. Right now, gem farming equals feat farming. I mean, gem farming gets you multiple things, right? You get your feats, you get your gold chest feats, you get your bounty contracts, you get your blacksmithing contracts, and then you feed those blacksmithing contracts back into those gem farm champions, the ones that have item support, and then it just generates more gems, right? And then even when you have all the gold chest feats, I still buy gold chests. I never switch to silvers because I want all those bounty contracts. Yeah, I mean, eventually you can buy, speed feat or buy feats, but I feel like the first ones you would buy ever save up for with gems would be the speed feats, because then you earn gems faster, right? How many familiars should I get to play as auto and have some rest? I don't. There are varying numbers there, Artiac, unfortunately. Because here's the thing. You could have 6 on the field, would pick up everything and kill distractions, and then 1 on each champion, that's 16. And then if you want some on roaming, you could put 4 roaming the roaming ultimate bar, there's 20. Did you want 1 on click damage for the start? There's 21. Did you want to do a specific ultimates instead of roaming? Well, there's 1 for each of those. Like, I don't know. There's a vast. I don't know how automated you want things. It's right now I got 3, and that picks up all this gold and the loot for me automatically, and I'm happy with that. If I had one more, I wouldn't have had to level up click damage myself, which would have been nice. Right? No, it's not a stupid question. It's just it's definitely highlights the whole. I don't know. It depends. What do you want to automate? Right? It's rough. Like familiars are one of those things that that tends to be what people spend when they spend cash on the game. A lot of times it's familiars, or at least it feels that way, because they're the one thing that's useful the entire game in everything you're doing. Because automation is quality of life, and it just makes your game so much more enjoyable. My problem has become I have champions in their full epic or near it, but their item levels are all below 100 because Briv is a hungry boy. But keep feeding Briv. Look, get Briv to 4 jump if you want, or if you want to stop and you want to feed Humon for a while, get Briv just to like a guaranteed 1 jump, and then feed Humon until Humon's full, because Humon caps, right? Their speed feature caps. And then go back to dumping on Briv. If you've got some other speed champions for things, yeah. But I mean, getting that Briv gem farm going is such a big deal. It's such a big deal. If you're going to do it, if you're not, then you don't need to feed Briv past 1 jump, right? Yeah. So it's gonna pay off. It's gonna slow down some of your power progress in the meantime, but it's gonna pay off. Hey, don't facepalm my gem reference. Gems are truly, truly outrageous. Come on. Gem in the holograms is great. All are blue or better. I'll just wait till the chunk comes out. Use 50 to 75. Oh, yeah. There's no reason to keep on saving them. Yeah. The next event, when you get Gale, just bulk pop them all and enjoy everything it gives you. And I save them between events on my main, so I've probably been missing some. I have 57 right now. And yeah, that's more than enough. But usually in between events, you roll around from the start of one event to the next. Now it's a month. Could be over 100 between events going forward on average. But yeah, just pop them when you pop them. I just pop them each event. There's no reason to build them up. Why can't I start an adventure and then just stop it on a zone for tomorrow? Because I can't. I don't think there's a way that Twitch will let me stitch to. Can Twitch let you stitch 2 clips from 2 separate videos together? It's for the YouTube footage, yeah. I just pull it out automatically. So I just don't want to do it. I don't have to stitch it. I mean, there's a point where I stopped buying familiars, and that was because I constantly, when I'd look down, there were like dozens still just sitting in here with nothing to do. And I was like, oh, I don't want them sitting around bored. Yeah. More of them will get used once we get another background party, but not many. There's not enough to get fully automated if you're just doing gems and patron shop. There isn't. Absolutely not. They offer lots of familiars at a discount in the shop pretty regularly. It's one of the ways they want you to support the game. Because it's not required to play the game, but it's a nice quality of life. So it's there if you want it. It's just going to take some cash. Sometimes it's like, we'll have like $2 familiars because it's on discount. It's discounted. I don't think there are any right now, but no. This is just the launch discounts for these, but every now and then there will be familiar packs that are pretty inexpensive. Like these $5 familiars, when they go on sale, sometimes can end up being like $250. And that's what you're looking for, is if you're trying to really get the cheap ones. Yeah. $5 ones are probably going to be like $2.50 on sale, usually half off. Sometimes it's 60% off and then it's cheaper, but yeah. Right. Or I don't know if we're listing Electrum chest counter familiars, maybe both in some way. Maybe both in some way. I miss $5 footlongs. Yeah, because they're like $10 now. I mean, even if they weren't a foot long, we were talking that day, like for a while, like they got in trouble because it was an 11-inch sandwich, and I'm like, they didn't say it was a 12-inch sandwich. They said it was a foot long. That's just a noun. That's not necessarily a unit of measurement. And you know what? If they were still $5 and they were 11 inches, I'd be okay with that. We're gonna have an ad break here in a hot second, folks. Just so you know, in about a minute, it's telling me. Yeah, sometimes there's giveaways. Like we just said, Steam is going to have a giveaway next week, next Monday. If you log into Steam, you get it. You get the Absolute Adversaries pack. It's going to have a familiar. But eventually, that one 6 months after that, it's probably going to be for gems in the gem shop. I just don't know for how much. Oh yeah, Subway's bread also. At the time, it wasn't bread. In the U.S., it's still legally bread. But if you took the bread from here and took it somewhere else, it would be cake. Is apparently what we found out because they put too much sugar in it, or they put a lot of sugar in it. Whatever. Can't trust anybody nowadays. Well, I mean, I think there's a lot. That's a lot more pudding. I don't think you need a lot of stuff in it to get it to pudding from bread, or you just didn't cook it enough. And the tuna had no tuna in it. Oh, that was the other thing. I don't think we talked about that though. Subway tuna drama. What happened? Okay, hold on. Oh, we got an ad break. Well, we'll come back from the ad break and then I'll read that. Overground. I don't know what that means. Yeah, that's what we decided. Subway, let them eat cake. That was it's their new slogan. You should just run with it. A giveaway on Steam, but not on Epic. Yes. Oh, we're in an ad break. You might not be able to hear me. But yeah, it happens all the time. They rotate. Oh, a joke about them not being undercooked because Subway. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, so I'm reading this thing. Hold on. Well, so that was just on that. Do we have a conclusion to this? This was 2022. Started in 2021. A lawsuit filed by a California woman who claimed that Subway's tuna products don't in fact contain any tuna has been dismissed. The plaintiff and the sandwich chain have come to an agreement regarding dismissing the case with prejudice, meaning it cannot be brought again. So I don't. Did they pay her off? They pay her off? I bet they paid her off. I mean, I'd take some of that tuna money. They can pay me off. I don't know. It doesn't actually. It doesn't. It doesn't sound like they paid her off. It sounded like it just got dismissed. I don't know. They ran her off or something. But yeah, no, that did not conclude. We do not know what happened. Apparently, some other, someone else went through and tried to test Subway stuff, and it did, in fact, have tuna in it. So who knows? Now it's like, did they get a bad batch? Did one restaurant do something wrong? We will never know because they're not moving forward. They're not moving forward. Okay, yes, Beverham, you were like a giveaway on Steam, but not on Epic. It happens all the time. They rotate between. Give it 3 months, there will be one on Epic, probably. Cooking meat can denature DNA and interfere with the ability to test it. Just because the test fails to detect tuna doesn't mean it wasn't tuna. Well, but the thing is they're using tests that can normally detect tuna in tuna fish sandwiches, and they found it. So I don't know. They insist they use 100% tuna, but hey, we're finishing this. Dragon's going down. Now that we're getting another patron, we need 2 more background parties. Hey, we did it. Sonata, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. 4 months. 4. Wyrmheart mine, not yours, mine. That should give us. Okay, this opens up the Guardian of Orlong.